All right, it's your boy, Mr. CR, and right now you standing over here, I'm standing over here on 107th and Towne Avenue, over here where the Eastside Hustler Crip niggas be at, you know what I mean? Where they, the green and blue. The green, basically behind that is we niggas that get money, you know what I mean? Hustler Crips. Can't be a hustler without no money, you know what I mean? From the Avalon to Maine, from motherfucking 109, 108, 107, 106, 105th, and 104th. That's all us. If you gang banging, you gonna see gang banging shit. You gonna either get beat up, beat people up, shot at, get shot at, drive by, do all that type of shit. Whatever, as a gang member that you see, I've seen all that shit. Anything you can think of as far as gang banging go, I've seen all that shit. All right, well, basically I was defending or stepping up for somebody or whatever. A dude got into it with another dude, you know what I mean? The guy was a little guy, so I was like, man, fuck it, we could get down, whatever. And then, you know, in the midst of the fight, you know, the dude, I swing on dude, he swing on me with the knife. But before I see him when he put a knife out, I'm like, yeah, man, you know, the liquor was like, yeah, knock this nigga out. But my first man was like, I don't even do it. But I was like, fuck it. When I swung on him, he swung on me at the same time and just connected, bam, fucked my shit off. But yeah, that's how that happened though, right there. And the sad part about that is, the nigga I was riding for, I don't even get along with that bitch ass nigga like that no more. So that's a lesson learned right there too.
Now,
you know what I mean?
That scar looks like you lost a lot of blood in the process.
Yeah, that shit cut all the way to the bone, because we both was coming at the same exact time. So that shit went all the way to the bone, nerves, all that. I seen my shit like, oh, and then shit just started coming out everywhere. I set my dumb ass down on the curb, and it was like, The ambulance was like, stand up, and I couldn't feel my legs anymore. He was also saying too that it got there 10 minutes later due to the loss of blood, that I probably would have been out of there. Where I was staying at, or my place of residence, was raided by the police or whatever, and I was beaten up and taken to jail. So they was looking for drugs. They didn't find no drug whatsoever. All they found was a gun. And they was like, oh, well, you're a felon with a gun. You're not supposed to have that. I'm like, well, I didn't have it on me. It was in my house. Y'all broke in my house looking for drugs. Y'all found a gun. So now, on the paperwork where they took me to jail, it says possession of firearm, or felon with firearm, or some bullshit like that. So if I'm in possession of a firearm, all right, then why the fuck is I'm being convicted of a fucking possession of sales? Why? Because it was my fourth firearm. And it was like, we'll drop this if you just take this, to make it look like what they was doing was justified. So basically, I just did possession. I just did 8 months for possession of sales. I was supposed to be doing like 3 to 5 from that, had I not taken the possession of sales. And I didn't want to do that little bullshit time. I'm like, shit, I'd rather do 8 months to look way better than 3 to 5 years. At this time, they had privately owned prisons. They were called, what that shit, CCF, Community Correctional Facility, I guess. They're privately owned or whatever. That was my first time going to some shit like that. So I'm thinking, I'm finna do my push-ups, and I'm tripping, you know what I mean, the way, you know, because, you know, you go to the reception and then you go there and all that bullshit, Delano, and then you go to that bullshit. So I'm thinking I'm gonna, you know, I was full of all that bullshit I see on TV, so I'm like, I'm finna just keep working out. First nigga get out of line, it's on. But when I got there, I'm like, it's carpet on the floor. Niggas offering me cigarettes, shit like that. I'm like, oh, this shit cool.
Did you do any of your rapping, perform inside there?
Yeah. I was battling dudes from, cause you know, that's another thing with, when you go to like a penitentiary or something like that, you be up in there with cats from all over California. So it was dudes from up north, and you know, the Bay and all that type of shit. So, you know, niggas, everybody was like, think they are top rappers. So I'm like, oh yeah, you guys, oh yeah, well, shit, we can see about that at lunchtime.
What is it like being in the county jail?
Man, it's a big waste of time. You just sitting up in there with a bunch of stupid motherfuckers doing nothing all day. Listen to a bunch of dumbass conversations and it's like modern day slavery or something. You just rotten in that motherfucker. Real filthy like. I was in a dorm to where it was like, they had me as a dorm rep, right? So every morning when we would go upstairs and line up for chow, I'd just be sitting in the back. I'd let everybody line up and I'd just be sitting back looking. I'm like counting every day. I'm like, damn, it's 57 Southsiders who don't like niggas, and it's only 10 of us in this motherfucker. And then so throughout the day, you got this big-eared sheriff bitch watching this. She at the fucking gate passing off kitchen knives to these motherfuckers. I'm saying to myself, damn, if it go down, it's only 10 of us, literally, and it's 57 of them, and some of them motherfuckers got kitchen knives. So I'm sitting there, I'm looking at what I'm working with, I'm like, damn, half these niggas probably gonna run or something, you know what I mean? But that's the type of, like they do that bullshit on purpose, you know what I mean? That racial type of, tend to keep racial tension up in there, and you know, some shit could crack behind the motherfucking a nigga being too loud during quiet time or some old dumb shit like that. You know what I mean? That shit bullshit, and I don't ever want to experience it again. And not only you gotta be around a bunch of negative people, us as blacks, you know, it's us against every other race and including ourselves, you know what I mean? And then on top of that, you gotta worry about shit, catching shit like staph and all that type of dumb shit. Look like a damn spider bite or a pimple, you done been and popped a pimple, next thing you know, your whole arm done been and fell off or something. You know what I mean? So you gotta watch all that shit is not cool. And then you got the guards beating niggas up and all that type of shit too, so. You know, I got slammed around a little bit for looking at one funny. That shit's all foul. They did a good job, because I ain't trying to go back. I ain't going back. So they did a good job of keeping me out that motherfucker. The only thing that I can't say that did for me was it gave me some time to think about the bullshit I was doing at the time and come up with a plan to better myself when I got out. It just slowed me down and gave me some time to think. And now I've been out for a year and I'm working. And you know, staying with this, you know, staying with this broad or whatever, and I'm not doing what I was doing before I went to jail.
Did you think about music and writing when you was in?
Yeah, I wrote a gang of shit. Go to YouTube. Google me, bitch. Mr. CR, MISTERCR, or go to MrCR.com, but you gotta spell out the Mr. MISTERCR.com. And all that shit I've been writing in jail is on that. It sound good too. This music shit had me all over the place. Well, I want to get on the song with you. I'm over here in La Puente. You know, these motherfuckers essays and shit. Some of them motherfuckers racist and stuff, but they respect the nigga music and all that. You know what I mean? Music take you everywhere. That shit, I guess that break down color lines, you know what I mean?
Little robbery, you know what I mean? Little robbery gone bad, you know. I took the responsibility. They set me on my ass, you know. Back out here on Bloods, it's nothing. I dust on my shoulder, you know.
The streets raised. Had big homies that stood up as being models, role models. Not as a positive role model as a teacher or a doctor, but as role model as just to survive in the streets.